I gotta flip some tires anyway.
I think we're gonna have to swap these tires out.
Yeah. Let's fill them up first.
We'll try, yeah. I was gonna say this one looks pretty.
The right front, I think it's the right front's the worst.
Yeah. You didn't bring an impact, did you?
No. I didn't even think about it. I don't know why or how.
At least once or twice a week.
Are you?
Yeah. Too loud in that. I don't know if I remember what a Tercel looks like.
You wouldn't if you saw it again. You wouldn't even be like, oh, that's a Tercel.
How long has it been since I've seen one? How many years did they make?
83 to 87. They made a few in 88.
Yeah. Hey, that's a pleasant surprise.
The wheel popped itself free.
Yeah. I didn't have to hit it with a fucking hammer.
Somewhere around 6 lakes there. So further north and further, or at least further east. That tire came off that easy?
Yeah, man. The thing's doing sick front wheel drive burnouts. I'm shredding them.
Yeah, I'm really happy that come off because I thought for sure I was gonna have to go get my sledgehammer. Daggone bugs.
I know.
What?
Bugs are making me breakfast.
There's bugs?
There's 4 flies in my face.
We could have mosquitoes coming.
Oh, I don't want to even imagine.
You've seen
You being that close to the river.
Seen the stay in the water if they're in that ravine. It's going to be horrendous in about another week.
Yeah.
Good thing we're getting the shit out of here now. We're not driving.
No, true. That's dead. Look at that. Hey. Is it in neutral? The e-brake on? Nope, she's in neutral. Parking brake is off.
The rear end's just locked up or something.
Yeah. Well, the brakes are locked up.
Brakes probably.
Yeah,
If I had to guess.
but hop in her.
Got it.
Guide her to the trailer.
Got in there. Trailer. At this point, the rear end was still locked up. We decided to jack the back end of the car up and pull the drive shaft out, but unfortunately the rear end would still not turn. So we decided to use the jack to lift the rear end up and then use the winch on the trailer to try to kind of line everything up. And amazingly, it worked really well. So that's touching the jack right now, but we got that tire on. So I'm thinking if we just literally just go gung ho, and I'll get rid of this. Here we go. Go figure. Go figure. Ahoy there, YouTube. Got a new project today. Oh, she's a 1985 Volvo 240. She's got a little bit of a surprise under the hood. I know probably a lot of you Volvo guys can tell by looking at the trim as to what this is. But, or maybe that little badge right there. That might give you a good hint. She's got 4 of these little wheels over here. It's also got that right there. Body gauges, attack, and 144,000 miles. Let's go get her home, get her unloaded. We'll pop the hood and check out what we got. Man, we're officially home. One already crawling with ants and hornets, 1985 turbo Volvo 240 sedan. She's got a sunroof and surprisingly actually pretty nice interior, all things considered. It's missing door panels and stuff like that, but it's got a black headliner, which is in really nice shape. Crank sunroof. Dashboard is only cracked where there's cracks, which is actually better than other Volvos that I've had. And it's got the pillar pot full of gauges. Got 144,000 miles on. I don't know if it's gonna pick up good from this angle, but seats are not terrible, all things considered. Yeah, bees are already crawling all over this thing. There's hornets everywhere. That could be. You can see the turbo badge down there. She's covered in moss. It's got the other 2 wheels in there. The reverse lens popped off. We pulled the drive shaft off to get her to roll. I'm pulling on the back right now. That's good right about there. I'll throw a brick behind this wheel to keep it from rolling backwards. I gotta clean up all this junk. But it's a rear speaker car, full of mouse poo too. These doors don't open up in the back, at least I don't think. Oh, they do. Got a door panel back here. The back seat's in pretty decent shape. It's got front headrests. Black seat belts, rust there, power window car. Yeah, 144,900 and almost 11 miles. Under the hood is where the good stuff is at. Well, I don't know if it's good, but it's at least there. We got a B21 FT. She's got a turbo with an intercooler right here. So I don't know what all is salvageable and what all is not yet. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to fire it up in another video. Put some fresh gas in it. I'm gonna push it to the center of the driveway so if it catches fire, my garage doesn't go with it. We'll see what happens. Well, it's apparently starting to rain, but here's my new brick. Really don't know what to do with it. I'm thinking what would be the best case scenario is pull this motor out of this and put her in that. Swap the mirrors out, make some turbo bits, go from there to there. Same with all the pillar pods and gauges and everything like that. So that might be what happens. It might not be what happens. I don't know. I'm gonna pull her out of the driveway here, plug her battery in it, and see if I can't get her to start. See what happens. I don't know if the motor's good. Really don't know. The owner bought it for $35 back in 1999. I gave him $400 for it, and he said it was one of the best profit margins he's ever made on a used car. So I guess that's pretty cool. Yeah, what would you guys like to see me do with it? I guess let me know. Leave a note in the word spot what you think. It's kind of a bummer she's in as bad a shape as she's in, but she's pretty rough. I guess I'll go ahead and give you a tour of the roughness on it real quick, that way you guys can see it. I know videos always don't do a lot of justice as to how rusty cars are. Maybe this will help out a little bit. The door's got some holes right here, and then that's the floorboard right there. You can see all that wiring that's exposed. You can see right here, there's a lot of rust down there. And here's along the passenger side. That's a floorboard right there. Well, what should be a floorboard right there. There's the rear door. Here's the back end. And then the trunk right here is really where it's not great. Might be kind of hard to see. Down here it's trashed. It's all sunlight. And down over here is about the same way, but there's so much crap in here right now. Yeah, it's really quite sad. It's really kind of sad to see in a way, but well, she's gonna live on in some way, shape, or form. So I guess that's gonna be it for me today. Well, please leave a note in the word spot what you think I should do with her, because I almost feel bad just letting her go to a junkyard once I pull all the parts out of it. But it's so rotted, I physically cannot afford to make it worth anything, unfortunately. It's real rough. So yeah, that's all for me today. Really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you at the next one. Adios.